Hey y'all, it's Brian here with Braveheart Defense Solutions. I'm just here on this lazy Sunday afternoon and just looking over, just tinkering around in my workshop here, and I want to take a look at this Beretta here and unbox that and just do some cleaning. I told a friend of mine I would clean it up and all of that. So I remember we used to shoot these in the Air Force when I was in. We had the Beretta M9, and that was the Air Force's service pistol when I went through, or when I was active duty. So those were the good old days of doing that, and having trouble with this lock once I get this lock off. All right, so got the lock. I don't know if it was giving me a little bit of trouble. Let's see what we got here. Okay, yeah, just looks just like the M9, but let's see. Let's go ahead and clear it out first. Okay, so yeah. All right, so one safe. Magazine, empty. Chamber, empty. Okay, so safe gun. Upon further inspection, you see it is not a 9mm, so this is not an M9. This is a 40 Smith & Wesson, so 40 caliber. Interesting. Okay. Taurus, or no, I'm sorry, Beretta Mod 96, 40 caliber. Interesting. So I don't own any Berettas. So I think the last time I shot a Beretta was when I was in the military, probably one of my last deployments. We would carry either the M9 or the M16 or the M4 carbine. So those would be one of the three weapons. But that was my only last time, should I say my last time carrying a Beretta was when I was active duty. So this is kind of a treat to see this. It has pretty much a lot of the same parts from what I'm used to, from the first time I even touched one of these when I was in the military. But yeah, you have your safety. That's good. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Really all the same parts. Okay. Your takedown lever. Yep. Okay. Slide stop. Okay. And this gun here, it has so many different little safety features on it that's really that made this a choice, the firearm of choice for the Air Force for so many years, for the military, the military police and security forces. But yeah, okay, so let's get this gun cleaned up. Oh yeah, we got some carbon buildup here and all of that. So let's go ahead and get this thing cleaned up or opened up and see what we're working with. Yeah. All right, so again, first thing you do want to make sure that I know we just checked it a second ago to make sure it's clear, but I'm always doing it just to check, and I get into the habit of it because the last thing anybody wants is an accidental discharge. So definitely magazine is out, slide is open, chamber is empty. So now that we've established that the gun is safe, let's go ahead and open it up. So here on this model here, just like with the 9mm, you want to depress that, and what that's going to do is that will allow your takedown lever to be manipulated. So you do that, because if not, it's going to be locked. But when you press that in, now you're able to change that here, and then the slide just comes right off. You got your spring here. Okay, take that out, I know, I'm kind of anal about that. And then you also have your barrel comes out. and then the slide, and then you have your frame and the magazine. So that's all the parts of the Beretta M40 Mod 96 40 cal. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab all of my cleaning supplies, and we'll go ahead and get this cleaned up. All right, so I got my parts and laid out and my cleaning supplies close by. Let's move these over. Air duster to get any dust or debris out before I start laying. So I start with the oil. And then I do got some Remington rim oil, and I don't endorse any particular brand, although the rim oil and the CLPs do. I've been used to those for years, but any of your cleaning, lubricant, protecting CLPs will get the job done by breaking down the carbon buildup that we see all right in the here in the chamber here, right before you get into the barrel here. But got my cleaning kit here. Gonna go ahead and start getting my pieces set up so we can go ahead and start scrubbing this thing out and getting it wiped down. All right, so just want to make sure that I hit the barrel here with just some of the cleaning solution here. And just let that break it down and do what it do. I'm gonna hit some of the internals here. Let that sit for a second. I'm always going through old t-shirts and things like that, so that's a good thing about having a house with older kids and stuff. When they move out, they leave all of their t-shirts and clothes and things like that, so I don't have to really, I'm always going to have a never-ending supply of old t-shirts and rags and things like that, so that's good. So but yeah, so we'll just let that sit for a few minutes, and then we'll continue with the cleaning it out with the bristles, and we'll wipe it all down. So I use my wire bristles to clean on the inside of the barrel here. Use my soft bristles here, brush, just to scrub the outside of any carbon buildup or any dirt and debris and things like that. So now I'm gonna take the cloth and then I'll run it through just to, get a cleaner, just to get a clean bore. So, but yeah, so by the time I look through it, it should be super clean, but we'll see. Ooh, yeah, I tell you what, that bore is so smooth on there. You can really tell the lands and grooves and stuff has really got a good cleaning in there. The bristles, hopefully, perfectly did their job. I wish I could see what I'm seeing, but man, that inside barrel is so nice and clean. Okay, so that's basically what we're gonna do. We're just gonna just go on all the different parts and just make sure that everything is scrubbed out and wiped down, and I'll try to polish and make sure all the movable parts are lubricated, and then we'll put it back together. Easy peasy. All right, so I got everything all scrubbed down, scraped out, and whatnot. So I guess from now, what we can do is, only thing we have to do now is just put it together and do some function checks. So just do it in reverse order. Got your barrel. Slide that back into the track. Okay. That's back in your spring. Okay. Spring in here. Your guide rod. and that just latches to right here at the bottom of your barrel, and that gives it that spring that spring tension. And then just slide it back onto here. Lock it back into place. Engage your slide lock. Okay, now we're going to do a function check. I'll squeeze the trigger. Okay, rack while squeezing keeping pressure on the trigger here. Rack it one time, and then I'll slowly release, and you should hear a clunk. Okay, and that releases. All right, now you've successfully done a function check. Gun is clean. Do one final wipe down. And put it back on safe. And there you have it. Cleaned up firearm. All right, well, thanks for joining me today and working with this Beretta Mod 96 40 caliber handgun pistol. Until next time, thank you.